Parliament just announced the next session will include amending the budget. It's on TV now. Sodoni wanted this done by the 6th, no later than the 7th, and now they come out 3 days later saying okay, we're going to do it. TV keeps going over the Parliament plans on amending the investment budget in the next 2 sessions that are coming. Frank, if they truly do anything with the budget, will be exposing the new exchange rate. We did understand that there was a conference call that would have incorporated all of the redemption centers, leaders and bank managers, at least bank managers throughout the country, the US. What was interesting was that there were 2 main things that they discussed on this conference call, one of which was that these currencies which we're exchanging, they are not a taxable event. It was designed to be way on purpose. Now, the income that you earn from interest being paid on your account in the bank, that interest is called passive income, and it will be taxed, but the event itself, the exchange of currencies, is not taxable. Explains the new mechanism for external transfers after the platform is closed. Here again we're learning they've changed the dollar auctions to the new reinforcement mechanism. That's why you're hearing people squeaking pretty loudly about pricing going up on the streets because they can't get the dollar. Question: is this our week? Marks: I'm hearing mixed signals on that. Some say it is our week and some say, not till after the 21st. Question: what do you think Iraq's time to allow international to exchange our notes? That's their prerogative. Normally when something like this happens, the IMF works with that central bank of that country and they figure out a time frame. It can be 3 months, 6 months. It can be a year. The United States of America never cancelled our 3-0 notes. America never stopped allowing 3-0 notes to be exchanged, but I got a feeling Iraq will, and they should. We should have a great weekend. We'll see what happens. Al Newsari explains the new mechanism for external transfers after the platform is closed. We have been following this and we have been spot on. They finally have done what was expected. This is to get the central bank back to normalcy, with international standards. That is a fact. A very good thing to have had correct all along, in our study of the Iraqi dinar. We know that Al-Sudani is going to be talking to Trump real quick here. Last time Trump was in office, they didn't make any changes, and what ended up happening was they had to devalue the dinar before the country went bankrupt. So this time around they might jump ahead of this and devalue the dinar ahead of time, so that the impact is not that hard against the Iraqi people and against Iraq if crude oil prices go down. 2 of Iraq's most ambitious infrastructure projects, the Central Bank Tower in Baghdad and the Grand Al-4 port in Basra, have been recognized as some of the most significant mega projects in the world for 2025. The projects ranked 11th and 10th by the renowned British platform the B1M. These achievements reflect not only Iraq's commitment to modernization but also its ambition to reclaim its place on the global stage as a hub for economic and cultural progress. I have talked to a couple Iraqi sources and they still believe this is it. They have contractors that they are in contact with that are suddenly being called in. I have one who will not tell me what the renegotiated rate is on their contracts. One of them mentioned $3.91, but I do not know for certain if that is really it. It's from a contact I don't know really well. British platform includes the Central Bank Tower and Al-4 port in the list of giant projects in the world for the year 2025. Iraq's 25 budget still in the works, with the government expected to send the budget tables to the council representatives in early February. The rate needs to change before that, guys. That's why I've been telling you you're in red-hot January. January is a critical month to our investment. You're going to see the new exchange rate before you see the budget. I understand the need for diplomacy, but Iraq needs to step back from Iran politically. Al-Sudani needs to be careful. Trump is going to come down hard on Iran, and I hope Iraq doesn't get in the way. I understand your view. We report what is in reality, and happening during a global event too. Like it or not, Iraq and Iran are linked. My bet is Iran is capitulating for a very big reason. The news is the news. We watch what happens and report it. Politician Ali al-Zubaydi called on Thursday to question Foreign Minister Fuad Hussein in the House of Representatives due to poor performance. Al-Zubaydi said in an interview with Al-Maluma agency, "A number of ministers are hesitant in performing their executive duties and the failure is clear in their work. Parliament should question them sincerely and not selectively, because questioning is an evaluation of the work of the executive authority by the legislative authority." He indicated that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is at the forefront of these ministries, as it has no role or strong performance in international relations and the positions taking place in the world, and it is lackluster. He added, "The renewal of Minister Fuad Hussein was not due to his competence, but rather because he is close to the Kurdistan Democratic Party, and does not have any qualifications to manage the ministry, and his presence represents a flaw in foreign policy, indicating that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has had major financial corruption and weak performance since the period of his predecessor, Hoshyar Zebari." He added, "The minister should be appointed based on his competence and not in line with his political bloc, and this is the big mistake made by the ruling coalition," noting that the current minister was nothing more than an office manager for the head of the Kurdistan Democratic Party, Masoud Barzani, without any experience, and if the minister is not competent, many problems will occur, and Iraq has already fallen into these problems. It is noteworthy that MPs confirmed their intention to question some ministers for their poor performance in their official duties and tasks during the current legislative session, while MP Bakir al-Sadi indicated that there is a tendency to dismiss former ministers. A report by the American newspaper, Washington Examiner, confirmed on Saturday that the U.S. invasions of Iraq and Afghanistan left 4,500 American soldiers dead in Iraq and 2,459 dead in Afghanistan. The war operations in Iraq also cost $815 billion, which led Americans to doubt the results of future military wars. The crisis of public confidence in America's core institutions, the media, the justice system, the education system, and the like, is often raised, but perhaps the most serious and significant of all is the lack of confidence in the institutions of government that are at war. Cynicism about U.S. military involvement of any kind is now so widespread that it is difficult to imagine the circumstances that might unite the country behind a necessary war effort, the report, translated by Al-Maluma, said. During the 2024 presidential election, little has been made of China's stated ambitions for near-term reunification with Taiwan under the One China policy.